Hi there everybody, it's UK independent demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm taking part in a challenge project and there are a few other people who've taken part in this challenge, so I'm also going to link to them, so hopefully you can pop around and see their videos too and give them some love. So I have a team of Stamping Bells and we have a Facebook group and it's a lovely group. We have so much fun. But at the start of the month, one of the team members sets a challenge. And this month it was a sketch challenge that was set by Karen Tilley over at Tilly Crafts. And this was the challenge she set us. I loved it. I jumped straight on it. And this was the card I created using the Under My Umbrella stamp set. So what I'm going to do is show you how I made this card, but I'm also going to pop in, hopefully it will work, a few pictures of what everybody else in my team has done so you can see what they've done. And if you go down to description below, there will be the links for Karen and Sophia, who have both put videos on YouTube of them making their projects. Please do go and check them out and give them some love and see what they've made, because this was such an exciting challenge. Let me get started. It's using the Under My Umbrella photopolymer stamp set from Stampin Up. This is carrying over to the new catalogue. Woo woo! Love this set. And it's using my new favourite colour, So Saffron. A funny story about that. I've only just bought it. I've been a demonstrator 3 years and I bought So Saffron probably about 2 weeks ago. Haven't stopped using it since. Can't understand why I didn't get it first. I love it. Favourite colour. So I have 6 rectangles, and I've been really good today because I do get confused in my measurements. I have wrote them on the back. So I have 3 that are 9.5 centimetres by 4.5 centimetres. So there's 3 of those. Okay. And then I have 3 that are 9 centimetres by 4 centimetres. So you can see what's going to happen. They're going to be the ones that are at the top, stuck onto those and then stuck onto the card. Okay, so these ones were 9.5 centimetres by 4.5 centimetres and 9 centimetres by 4 centimetres. I thought that was the best way of me remembering. I have got so scatterbrained recently. So we're playing with the 9 centimetres by 4 centimetres. Okay, and I'm using the little flower that comes in a set. That's this one. In all fairness, that's the only flower I think I've used yet. Oh no, I have used others. Can't remember what in, but this is my favourite little flower, I think. I say that. You know what I'm like. I say something's my favourite this week and it changes by next week. So this is just a scrap piece that I messed up on the other day. So I'm just going to pop that underneath because I'm stamping off. And if you watch my videos, you know I hate getting my grid paper all messy. No. Weird girl. So what I'm doing with these panels is I'm just going to stamp them. It might look like I'm going uniform. I am not. I'm going to twist them a little bit each time I stamp them. Try and make it a bit sort of random. Our papers are gorgeous, our DSP. And if you like them, we've got some gorgeous ones coming up in the new catalogue. But you don't always have to have the DSP. You can create your own by using your stamps. Doing exactly what I've just done and then colouring it in. So for colouring them in, I've got Pool Party. I've put light and dark out, but I only use the light actually. And I just did that on those 2, on each one. So yeah, even though our papers are absolutely gorgeous and I do love them, not all of the stamp sets have coordinating DSP with them. So you can always use these little stamps and create your own DSP and colour them in. And sometimes then, because it's just yours and you've made it as a one-off, I think it's sometimes more special on a card. I think it looks lovely. Light and dark Flirty Flamingo. I used the dark just around the edges on a few of the petals and then just blend it in with a light one. I love this stamp set. It's a nice nice girly stamp set, I think. I suppose you could do the Wellington boots blue and have them all macho, or green and make them like army boots or something for the guys, but I generally think it's a girly card. In fact, my next time using them, I might do some polka dots. I had some polka dot Wellington boots once. We have fields opposite our house where I go and walk Noble, and it gets really muddy, so we obviously have our Wellington boots. And I had some sort of turquoisey blue with white polka dots, and I loved them. They were so gorgeous. But a couple of years ago, the council decided to come along and churn it all up, you know, doing work that was not needed, as they do. And they made such a mess. They took down so many trees. They teared up all of the grass. So the next bit I used light old olive for the leaves. Yeah, they churned up all of the grass. It was a horrible mess. And I'm normally quite placid in a way. I wrote to our MP. I said to him, I said it was terrible. I took pictures. I proper got on the whole green front of it. It wasn't like they were doing a development there. They just literally turned it up and left it. But when they had turned it all up, there was all this natural oil that was in the ground, and you started walking on it and you sank. It wasn't very good. Anyway, I lost half of my polka dot Wellington in it. Almost sank myself, you know. Dramatic me. And that was the end of the Wellingtons, because as I pulled them back up, they ripped, and I was quite sad because they were beautiful. Now I have some plain green ones, so that if these ones get ruined, I'm not going to get too upset by it. So now the So Saffron Dark and Light, I'm using the dark to go around the actual image, like that. And then the light to fill in all the gaps between. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this one while nattering onto you. And then I'm going to pause the video, and I will very quickly, it won't be for long, put up the pictures of the other Stampin' Bells and what they created. Sophia and Karen do have links to go over to their YouTube, so you can see how they've got on with the challenge. They both did some lovely cards themselves. So please go over, have a look at theirs. And I'm hoping, I've read on this, you will soon see when you get there if it's worked or not. But I read that I can add some sort of card on there with a link direct, so you can click on the link and it takes you there. We'll see if that works, but if not, you can find the links in the description and over on my blog, and I've put the names of who's made them so you can check them out. But yeah, and then I'll come back and magically I'll have finished the other two panels, just by magic, you know. See, I don't know why. Why did it take me so long to buy So Saffron? I can tell you in my head, we have Daffodil Delight and Mango Medley, and we have the other one, Crush Curry, and we did have Pineapple Punch, and I thought to myself, do you know what, there's a lot of yellows going on here, and I thought this one was a wishy-washy yellow, so I thought I'm not getting it, it's wishy-washy, I'll go for the bright yellows, and if I want a lighter one, I'll just use Daffodil Delight. Oh, how stupid was I? This is just a gorgeous colour. But on the plus side, it's probably a good job I didn't get it earlier, otherwise I'd have used it all out and it wouldn't be working now. So that's the panel. Okay, I will see you in a few seconds, and do enjoy their projects. Thanks everybody. Welcome back. I have my 3 panels. What I forgot to say at the start was So Saffron Dark I also used in the middle of the flowers, just for that little centerpiece. So did you enjoy looking at everyone's projects? I couldn't believe it. Everyone did so well. And people started making too. So I've now suggested we perhaps do them every 2 weeks rather than every month. I quite like challenges. They keep you focused, don't they? Keep your idea on what you're doing. So these are the larger panels, 9.5 centimetres by 4.5 centimetres. Can't forget it because I have written it on there. So I'm sticking these flat, so I'm just using some snail. I don't know what I've done with that snail. Let's just pop that to the side. Snail. And popping that on there. I'm glad we've used snail so I can peel that off. Get off, get off, get off. Because I didn't stick it straight. Oh no, please don't have stuck. No, 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 no. I just dropped it on there, didn't I? So unthoughtful. Bad Helen. Right. That's off. I'm going to re-stick it again, and we won't know because I'm going to stick it under something heavy on my desk. So there we are. So it's got just a slight frame on either bit, and I'm just going to stick that under my Memento ink pad so it gets back flat again. Oh no, an E-block, that's nice and heavy. That'll flatten it, right. We always knew I was going to make a mistake. It's just where I'm going to make it, really, isn't it? So there we go. There goes my lovely writing behind panel number 3. And there are my panels. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to bring in some scrap Whisper White. And I want my umbrella, my boots, the umbrella handle, and my sentiment. And the sentiment is, rain or shine, you are always on my mind. And I'm going to show you how I do that. Just give me a few seconds because I left my pen over here. So for that one, I'm using my basic black Stampin' Up marker. Where's the box? So rain or shine, you're always on my mind. I just want the on my mind, but I do not want that little tuck on always there. So I just want ink on my mind. So you want your brush tip, and on my mind, it's very hard to see because it's a clear stamp. It's just at the bottom here, and I'm going to use this and run over the letters I want. Might show. I say it's hard to see. It's very easy for me to see, but I think it's hard to see on camera. So before you think, oh, that looks complicated, I won't be able to see it. If you're doing it, you'll be able to see it. Deep breath on it. On my mind. There we go. No, not get the O. Let's go again. Plenty of scrap. I've had to go old school, by the way. I'm having a little sulk about it. There we are, on my mind. At work, we have a great big massive industrial type guillotine. So when we get packs of our Whisper White, they come in 40, these packs. When we get those, I run them straight through the guillotine and cut them to the size that I want. So the whole pack comes cut to a normal card base side of 9.5 centimetres by 13.8. However, during the virus, obviously we haven't been going into work, so I ran out, and now I'm having to cut them individually on my trimmer. And I mean, I know when you look at the scheme of things, it's really not a big thing to have to complain about, which I'm not complaining. It's just I never realised how spoilt I'd been with my big guillotine at work. And so now I've got all, I'm having to cut my own paper, proper princess mode, you know. I'm a little whinger really, aren't I? So saffron dark, so saffron light. And with the dark, start at the top and fan out. Okay, same here. You want it to come to a peak at the top from the same place, but really broad at the bottom. Okay, over here. I find it a lot easier to turn the paper as I'm colouring. Just go over it so it is really dark. The boots, exactly the same. Start off small at the top, big at the bottom, and just a little bit there. And then straight over all of it with the light. The thing with So Saffron as well, I have noticed, is it's really easy to blend and it gives a really nice shade in. I think it is because it is a light colour. I'm just fell in love. And it shocked me because, like I said, it really wasn't a colour that I had thought, Helen, you've got to have this. So it shocked me. And then once you've blended that in, just use your brush tip and go over there. Okay. Bring your light pool party in. And I'm just going to go around with the light pool party. Like that. And exactly the same on my little booties. There we go. Fussy cutting time. There is a punch that you can get for the umbrella. I didn't get it. As a demonstrator, I pick and choose what products I want, and I knew that I could fussy cut this out. But if you don't like fussy cutting, there is a punch. And it also does the handle. I don't know why I'm getting stuck with the word handle today. That's twice that I haven't thought of what it's called. Something's going on, obviously. So yeah, Karen and Sophia are both new to YouTube. They're putting out videos quite regularly though. Both of them have just done unboxing for new products, so go and check those out. I love both of their projects. The other Karen, Alison and Angela don't have YouTube channels. Well, they don't post videos. See, when you join Stampin' Up, you don't have to demonstrate. You can be a hobby demonstrator. You can make stuff to sell at craft fairs. You know, it's really up to you what you want to do with it. So I have a mixture of ladies on my team, all trying, you know, all joined for different reasons. And we just all support each other, which I think is lovely. So if you want to pass any messages on to Alison and Karen or Angela about their cards, just drop those in below and I will let them know. There we go. Similarly, if you've got any questions about joining Stampin' Up or joining the team, taking part in these challenges yourself, drop a comment below, drop me a message. You can email me, slimandstylish@live.co.uk, or you can give me a call. All my details are on my website, slimandstylish.com. Talk it through with me. Right, so on my mind, I'm just going to chop that out like that. Light pool party over the whole lot of it, which perhaps would have been easier to do before I chopped it out, because look, I've got it on my grid paper now. Oh, Helen. Mind you, I had got it a little dirty when we paused anyway, but you know, having one of those days, and then I've just snipped it. So you've got mind, my, and on. Don't lose those, they're teensy tiny. I thought I'd lost one, but I hadn't. It was the one I messed up. And see, I've put that under my e-block, and you'd never know now. It's flat, it's normal, so that is fine. Also on my scrap paper, I'm using this punch. I can't remember the name of this one. I'll pop it on my blog because I can't remember which one it is. So if you're looking for it. It was one of the ones in the mini catalogue anyway. Let's punch that out. Put it over that side. And then I'm going to work out where my Wellington boots are. So mine are going to go there. Get my little flower and my memento. Ink him up. Move the boots after I've worked out the position I want the flowers. There's done. I do have a little bit of a confession to make to you here. On this one I use the crinkled seam binding from the Poppy Suite, which is lovely, and it's staying for the new catalogue. Yay! But I also used the last of it. I ran out, and I've put it on an order, but it's not here yet, so I have got an alternative. It's new for the new catalogue, so I will show you that in a second. By the way, if you want a copy of the new catalogue, just drop us a message. Go over to my blog requests one, send me an email. I put that flower in a little bit the wrong. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't include the blue bit at the top there. There we go. Still think it's a little bit in the wrong place. I'm going to go again. I'm not happy with that. Sorry. Perfectionist Helen playing away here. I wasn't happy with it. I want my boots in the centre. And the flower is going to go there. You watch this bee. It looks already like it's in exactly the same place. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I think it's because I'm not looking for overhead, but I'm getting very annoyed with it. Sorry if I wobble the camera. La la! Happy? I think. Maybe. Third time's a charm. Sorry if you had to sit and watch me do that 3 times. Daft. There we go. A little bit of glue. In there. The umbrella there, so I'm going to want to some Tombow on that. Position it in the right place. Some Tombow on there as well. I do realise, by the way, I've just been silly again. I'm doing not very well today, am I? I've managed to glue the entirety of that umbrella. So while I want that there, look where I've put the glue. Daft, daft, daft. Turn it upside down over that way. Honestly, I'm going to really lose my patience with me. So I've got my card base, which is a piece of A4 cardstock that's been cut in half, and I've scored it in half. I'm just going to bend that over. Get my bone folder. And I'm going to attach my panels. So there's my top panel, my bottom panel, and my middle panel. Okay, Now with the middle panel, that's where I have ran my ribbon around the panel. Okay, so I'm just going to stick the top and bottom on, and then I'm going to pop the ribbon on the middle one and stick that one down. I'm using some dimensionals for these to pop them up. That's the first one. Make sure that's lined up with the bottom one. That's where the next one will go. So the ribbon I'm using this time is more of a twine. It's this gorgeous gold twine. This is in the new catalogue. So I'm going to run it round to start off with. And to be honest, you can't really see it. I just know it's there, so that's why I'm doing it. That's the run round. You still want to put the bow on it. You can see the bow, definitely. Stick that over there. I don't like sticking a bow on unless it looks like it's there for a reason. Like, you've got to have the ribbon behind it, if you see what I mean. Personal preference. But if you didn't put the ribbon behind it and you just put the bow on, that would be fine as well. Oh, that looks quite nice on there. See, it's really glimmery, that twine is. So now I've done that, I'm going to stick this down, and I'm sticking this directly, so that glue at the top's fine. Interesting. There we go. I'm just making sure that that lines up with both sides there before putting the ribbon on. It's going to take me ages to stop calling this ribbon. It's twine, but it's to me, it's ribbon. It's on a reel, it's a ribbon. Now this is slightly too thin for glue dots even, so I'm just going to pop a little tiny dash of snail, tiny, just there, and stick it to that. There we go. And then my on my mind, which I said I wouldn't lose, I was still there. I was envisaging moving the card and finding them gone. Turn them upside down. I'm going to use the mini dimensionals here. These are perfect for if you are cutting little stamps up to get little sentiments. Tiny bit more fiddlier, but work pretty well. I think I'm just going to have to cut this last one down because that is thinner than the little dimensional. There we go. So I'll start off with on. My mind. There we go. And there's my card. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to go out and check out what the other girls have done. They've done some lovely projects. And like I said, if you fancy being part of the team and joining in and getting some fabulous discounts on some products, just drop me a message and ask me. If you've enjoyed this project, please subscribe, and any of these items are available to purchase from my blog slimandstylish.com. Go up to the header, click buy. And also, let me know, are you a fan of the ribbon or are you a fan of the gold? Thanks everybody, see you soon, bye.